A Pharmacovigilance System Master File or PSMF is a complex document to be updated frequently for any significant change of the company products or organizational structure. The PSMF is also made of several contributions from different departments and employees, each having a restricted role. These contributes are the distinct paragraphs and annexes of the table of contents of a Pharmacovigilance System Master File that never change because are fixed by regulations. Please note that part of expected content might be assigned to some contributors but not even available to other ones, or highly confidential also inside the same organization. Some of these contributes might even not change from a PSMF version to a new one, therefore can be reused as they are. Some others instead must be updated. In addition, formal verifications versus regulation requirements must be performed as part of the preview process of the document. This is why the management of a pharmacovigilance system master file is highly complex. Thanks to K2C Database, a proprietary technology fully integrated with Microsoft SharePoint and Office, the PSMF document can be created by merging different documents that represent each paragraph or annex required by applicable regulations. It is like to reuse bricks to build a wall, versioned bricks in our case. Let's see how much is simple the process to update a PSMF. The responsible person starts, when required, the request to create a new PSMF version, defining the DLP or data log point and entering the appropriate reason for why this new update is required. This starts a collaboration workflow that calls for an action by each contributor or group of contributors of each PSMF paragraph or annex. The pertinent user group is required to update a specific content of the PSMF. What is displayed in the repository dedicated to contributes might be visible in full to some users, but only in part to some others. The system manages the authorization to view or edit each contribute. The authorized editor or group of editors are assigned of a task that consists in the update of a contribute, to be completed within a predefined number of days. After the appropriate editing is completed, the assigned user has to publish the contribute, changing it from a draft or minor version to a published or major version. Then the user has to communicate the job is completed by confirming the assigned workflow task. This task is assigned in parallel to all contributors, who have a predefined number of days to complete it. If overdue, the task is automatically completed. This automated completion of overdue task is a configurable option, sometimes useful to speed up the entire process, but anyway it is all time possible also later on to change a contribute during the upcoming review phase. The review phase is made of two parallel reviewers. Again, this step is configurable in a different way. Two parallel tasks are assigned respectively to PSMF Governance Group and QC Group. The users inside these groups can execute a task, opening each document, checking the compliance with respect to regulation requirements, declaring the readiness or the need of a review by contributors. If the need of review has been selected, the solution will ask again to contributors to review the content of contributes being not as expected. Again, when ready, the contributor declares the completion of his or her job, and a new pair of parallel review tasks are assigned to PSMF Governance Group and QC Group. When the two reviewer groups are happy with the content of contributes, they both select the Ready for Approval option. At this time, the solution creates a special repository for the PSMF Go document, initially empty but having a magic button that allows to create the new PSMF document. This special repository can be accessed by a more restricted group of users, such as PSMF Governance Head, Pharmacovigilance QA Head, and QPPV. By selecting this button, the PSMF is created based on a predefined template. In addition, the PSMF folder reports the information of imported source documents and related version and author, granting the full traceability of the several contributions that originated our final document. The table of contents is consistent with regulation requirements, and each paragraph and annex contains the contents reported in the last available major version of the source contribute document. The PSMF document has been generated importing all paragraphs and annexes of source document in last published versions. The imported paragraphs and annexes cannot be changed here. If we need a change, we need to ask contributors to change their documents and reprocess the import. The only parts of documents we can change here are the table of countries in the first page and the section dedicated to introduction. After we edited this additional content respect to what imported as written by contributors, we can save our PSMF. When ready, the authorized users can start the approval workflow that will assign in series the required signatures. Again, this is configurable although the last signature is all time reserved to QPPV reference person. If one of the signers has selected the option Rejected prior signing, a request to re-edit some contributes might be generated. Therefore, the process restarts up to the review phase and again the signature phase. If all signers approve the document, a PDF copy of the same is generated and both the Word and PDF version are frozen and cannot be changed anymore. Now we have approved our new PSMF version, maintaining the traceability and any information required to fully understand the history of changes. When a new version of PSMF is required, we simply generate a new request and we go on asking again to update some contributes. The full process can be repeated by updating contributes, fully maintaining the history of changes and all versions of source documents that generates the previous PSMF. All K2C audit modules are prepackaged as core functionalities but customizable according to company policies or standards. Thank you for your interest. Please contact us for more information or to schedule a full demo.